Right. Hey, everyone. It's Mary Hodges here, and we are launching episode 2 of the Grind to Greatness podcast. I want to start off by thanking everyone that tuned into our first episode. We got a lot of love and support last week and some great feedback. So thank you guys that took the time. We really appreciate y'all. So episode 2 is all about willpower, right? It's called Why Willpower Isn't Working and What You Can Do About It. And there's a lot of misconception around willpower. In fact, about 1/4 of people cite lack of willpower as their number one stressor in not being able to create change in their life. All right. But what people don't understand is that willpower is a resource that needs to be learned how to use effectively. So in episode 2, we're going to uncover the science behind it, what it is, how it works, and some good tips on how you can use willpower to your advantage. What people don't understand is that a lot of your life, day in and day out, is on autopilot, right? Have you ever driven to work and been in the middle of the drive and kind of realized, like, I don't remember how I got here. I don't remember getting on the highway. I don't remember making that turn. It's because your brain has developed habits around routine behavior. All right. And I'm sure some of you have been in that situation where you've driven to work and been, confused. Like, I don't remember any of that, right? That's because we develop these routines so your brain doesn't have to expend a lot of energy on tasks that we repeat over and over again. So successful people have become masters at developing great habits. Unsuccessful people are, most of us, we all have bad habits, but there's a lot of us that have a lot of negative habits, okay? And a lot of those habits are surrounding how we eat, how often we hit the snooze button, are we sleeping enough? Do we get enough exercise? How often do we succumb to distractions? Are we have a lot of negative self-talk in our head? These are all habits that we've developed that are just going on autopilot. We're not even thinking about them throughout the day, right? So when we go to make a change in our life and, we think, we know exactly what we need to do to change. So why is it so hard? The problem is that we are relying solely on willpower, right? Our willpower to try to change these deeply ingrained habits that have been stamped into our brains, essentially. And when willpower fails us, we beat up on ourselves. We get down on ourselves. Think of Nike's slogan, just do it. Simple, but not easy. All right. Just do it. A lot of people, or you hear people say, well, if you want to change, if you want it bad enough, you'll make a change. So when we set out to make a change and we're relying solely on our willpower to do that without understanding how habits work or without understanding anything else around that, we oftentimes fail. So think about it. Your willpower is in a constant fight all day long with your negative habits. Don't drink this soda. Don't surf the web at work. Don't miss the gym. It's exhausting. And oftentimes your willpower loses that battle. All right. So in the episode, we want to uncover the science behind the willpower, how you can use it effectively, because your willpower is like a muscle, right? The more you use it, the better it gets over time. And then you can actually use it to turn those behaviors into positive habits, because willpower doesn't have to fight with positive habits. It has to fight with negative habits. All right. And so if you're consistently fighting all day long, your willpower and your habits, you're going to get depleted. You're going to get fatigued, and it's going to be even harder to make good decisions throughout the day. So tune into the episode. Understand that there's way more to making a change in your life than simply just using your willpower. Okay. There's a lot of science behind the brain and how things work and how habits are developed. And we're going to uncover how habits are developed in later episodes. But for now, we unpack willpower so that you understand there's just more to it than what you've been thinking all along. So you can stop beating yourself up, tune into the episode, hear about how you can use willpower and get it to work for you. All right, see you guys soon.